All right, we're back with another topic here on the Hidden Threads podcast. Juice, what do you think?
Yes.
You're so excited.
I can't wait.
So in this we're talking about hiring private investigators. What do you think of that?
We need to.
We need to hire some, don't we?
Yes.
I've been working on it. I'm a little slow. I'm pretty picky.
Yeah.
Pretty picky. But we do have what they call the Apprentice Program, which I think is a great addition to our laws in the state of Alabama. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a plus.
I'll just read it to you, what the apprentice laws are. I had it pulled up, Juice. I'm always prepared, and then until the camera starts rolling.
Stage fright.
Stage fright?
Yeah.
If y'all don't know it, Juice is a Broadway person.
I am.
Did you do any plays when you were a kid?
I did. I was part of the International Thespian Society.
International, I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
International Thespian Society.
Oh, yeah.
What was your favorite play?
South Pacific.
Did you act in it?
No, not in that one. I actually did the stage, the lighting, and the scenery and stuff like that. I constructed all that.
What do they call them, a key grip or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
More like a grifter.
Yeah, that would be me.
But, yeah, Juice knows Broadway. He knows his show tunes and all that stuff.
It's terrible, isn't it?
We drove back from Birmingham. We were riding, and I put show tunes on. You're in heaven.
Yeah, because I knew them.
He had a smile on his face and everything else. I picture Juice, he's a motorcycle guy, got the tattoos, more of like a Metallica guy.
No, I can listen to Metallica.
But no, it was show tunes was your choice.
Yes.
It was a choice. Okay. One day we'll go to this winter at Christmas time. I'll take you to a Broadway musical or not a Broadway, but a Huntsville musical for
Dude,
Christmas
I'm down for any of that stuff.
What about any of the ballets? What's that one with the Christmas time?
Nutcracker?
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
I took my oldest kid to the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
I only knew the two or three famous scenes.
Right.
That thing goes on for like 4 hours.
Dude, it's long.
Like I was like ready to lay down in the bed, and she was like, okay, she saw the highlights, and she's ready to go. She wanted to go get some. She wanted to go get some ice cream because that thing went on forever, man.
Oh yeah, it's very lengthy.
So they went on for 2 hours, and then they said, okay, we got intermission. I was thinking, this thing will be over soon.
No,
it had another 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, this thing's forever. Very impressive though. Very well written production, all those things. But okay, back to the new laws concerning apprenticeships. We really digressed there, Juice.
Yeah, we did.
Went from apprentice investigators to
we're just showing that we're cultured.
We're cultured?
Yes.
Okay. Private investigator apprentice, an individual who is engaged in private investigation under the supervision of a licensed private investigator and who is licensed in accordance with this article. So we do hire those, and we've got one now. You guys saw Victoria on the podcast a few episodes back.
Mm-hmm.
She's an apprentice. She does apprentice type things. Now, as an apprentice, you can go out and do investigations. It's not against the law. Now, you got to pass the exam and all those things. And here we go with some more stuff. An applicant for a private investigator apprentice shall meet the following criteria to obtain a license: be at least 18 years old, be a high school graduate, or have a GED. You know what I call a GED? Good enough diploma.
Yeah.
GED, or have completed other equivalent education and have earned a GED certification, or have completed other equivalent education determined suitable by the board. You got to have a GED or a high school diploma. All right. There's no way around it. Okay. You are issued a private investigator apprentice license shall successfully pass an examination required by the board, which shall be taken during the time period designated by the rule of the board, no sooner than 45 days after initial licensure. So here's how it goes, though. So we go get you fill out the application, which is pretty detailed. It takes people some time. You got to put some references on there and some things. We go get your photo, your fingerprints, and we mail it in. And the board, we got to mail some payments in as well. And the board, when they get that, they say, hey, you can take the test. I say, hey, if you want to, before you can work for me and start making money, I can't just pay you to sit around and make coffee and stuff. Before I can put you out on cases and start training you on live people, you got to have that license and pass the exam first.
Right.
So I put them under pressure. I say, you got 2 weeks.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And after that, if you can't pass, if you can't discipline yourself enough to study, it's only 50 questions. You got to read this law I'm reading from here and a book, and you'll pass that test if you've got a normal brain.
Right.
Is that? Am I able to say that? Do you have a normal brain, Juice?
No, I have one of the most abnormal brains there is.
So you passed the exam. So
I did.
there's hope for everybody.
There is.
You've passed several exams.
I have.
You went through the not FLETC. What's the one for law enforcement?
Which one? The academy? Post academies?
Yep.
Did
Peace
South
officer standards and
Carolina,
training.
Florida,
Alabama.
Went through NASA's.
Is there reciprocity between those states?
No.
They want that
all
money.
got to get that money.
Because that's a long course, right?
Yes.
Couple months.
4 months.
I know the county has one here where you go down on the weekends.
Yeah,
for like a year.
Yeah.
That seems long to me.
Yeah.
A year of going. It's Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Is it every weekend?
I don't remember what I've never had to do the weekend academy. I've always just done the straight academy.
I didn't know if it was like National Guard where you did 1 weekend a month or
no, I think it's consecutive weekends.
Consecutive weekends. Okay. It says supervision of a private investigator apprentice may be in person, by telephone, or by other form of electronic communication and oversight. So if you're out on site, you have questions, I can coach you over the phone. We can do FaceTime, whatever you call it. All right. A sponsor may not act as a sponsor for more than 5 private investigator apprentices at a time. So if I got 5 under me and we want to hire one more, Jus would have to be the sponsor for that one.
Yep.
So, or Jus or one of our other guys would have to be the sponsor. Here's the issue. You go out and screw one up, get in a fight, act like a maniac out in public. Guess who's responsible for you?
I am responsible for your behavior.
We get to pay the fines.
Yes.
The fines come to us. The biggest issue we've seen with private investigators is they just don't know how to act in public.
Right.
You seen that before?
Yeah. But I mean, the way we do it, it's kind of like an FTO program.
Mm-hmm.
So we just don't say, here you go, have fun.
Yeah, we do ride-alongs to start with, and then if we're comfortable with you being away from us, then we go do it.
Right.
All right. A private investigator apprentice shall have 3 years to complete his or her internship. An internship shall consist of the following: the successful completion of a minimum number of hours of experience in the field and classroom training, not exceeding 300 hours. As established by the board rule, classroom instruction shall be provided by a certified trainer. I know one of those.
Oh.
I'm a certified trainer, and shall include instruction in administrative functions, including report writing and research. So you're going to spend a lot of time learning how to write reports properly.
Right.
You're going to submit them. Me or Jus is going to come back saying, hey, fix it. Right? Don't be offended if you're working for us and that happens.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make you a better investigator, right? Report writing and reporting in general is a huge part of this.
It is.
Because you may go out and do the greatest, bust somebody in the greatest crime of the century. But if your report's garbage, it's not going to.
It won't fly.
It won't fly.
You got to use that police word, articulate.
Mm-hmm. And they have to do the same thing we have to do as licensed investigators. Mm-hmm. Complete a minimum of 8 hours per year continuing education credit as administered by the Private Investigators Association or other certified provider of continuing education approved by the board. The coursework shall include instruction and investigations and a minimum of 2 hours of ethics training annually and may include business operations training. All right.
So how hard is it to do them 8 hours?
Not
hard.
We just did them the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, all right. To qualify for a license as a private investigator, after you've gone through your apprentice program, the investigator apprentice licensees have submit proof of successful completion of internship pursuant to this section and shall pay the applicable license fee to the board. License fee.
Flea?
Flea, he was a guitarist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes.
Remember him? But this is actually license fee. Okay. What do you think about the apprentice program, Jus?
I think it's a good thing. I know some people that have the apprentice program, but they really don't spend a lot of time with the apprentices. Not here in Florida. They don't spend a lot of time with the apprentices. They kind of like throw them to the wolves.
Right.
And you just can't do that. You got to have some type of FTO program in place.
Yeah, we do ride-alongs, classroom training. We do the whole thing, and it's documented in Crosstrack. Crosstracks is great. It helps us document all that. So
yeah, I like that software.
At the end of your 300 hours, we just hit print, and and there it is. There's all your reports, how many hours you spent on stuff, and we submit that to the board, and they take a look and approve or disapprove. Usually they approve. I don't think anybody in Alabama has gone all the way through the program yet because it's only been this year that it started in January. It'd be impossible, right?
Yeah.
We may get some in the next year that get the requisite hours, but it's usually about 2 years that you'll be in. That's typical for any profession, right? Plumbers, electricians.
I did a 4-year apprenticeship
For
machining, tool and die.
Mm-hmm. And then they call you a master machinist after that?
No, you're a journeyman.
So it's similar to your plumbers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, how many hours you have to be a master machinist or whatever they call it?
That's additional. I think it's 960 hours.
So it's a while.
But there's classes and training and certain things you still have to do.
But as a journeyman, you can go out on your own and market yourself as a machinist, right?
Absolutely.
Without a trainer with you.
Well, there's people that take a course in CNC operations that call themselves a machinist, and they're not.
They can be dangerous depending on what you're working on, right?
Yeah.
Boats and bridges and
guns,
all kind of weird bridges with people driving over them and all those things.
But it's weird. But the apprenticeship program, when we do it, you
get up in that mic.
You're above board, or you're not going to pass.
Right. I've had apprentices come to me and work for 2 weeks, and I said, "Hey, you're not going to do it. It's not going to happen."
No, if you show potential and we can work with you, that's one thing. But if you show no potential, or you can't be useful, or you show no maturity or professionalism, no, you're not sticking around.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk about the qualities we're looking for as individuals here. Hey everybody, Macky here. I just want to get into what we actually do here at Macky Outlaw Private Investigators. So we conduct domestic investigations, which include your adultery and custody cases. You may have a cheating spouse that you're wanting to find out, or you may have shared custody and you're wanting to find out what the other parents are doing, maybe prove that they're not good parents for a custody modification. Also, what we do is criminal defense investigations. That's where people get in trouble and they need help proving their innocence. It could be either pre-conviction or post-conviction. So if you know people in those situations, just give us a ring. Also, we work missing person cases. That's where we track down people that are missing. It can be children, teenagers, all the way to senior adults. So if you have a case like that, how we work those cases is we use surveillance. We locate and find witnesses and interview them. Also conduct digital forensics where we extract deleted data and locate those digital artifacts to help your case. If you need those types of investigations done, you can always click the link and contact us. You can call us directly at 866-910-7499. That's 866-910-7499. Or visit us on the web at mackyoutlaw.com. Thank y'all. All right, we're back. The second part, talking about apprentices, hiring investigators in general. Okay. So we just had a young man come to us, and he went out on his own and got his PI license. He's not his apprentice, but his straight up license because of his background. Came to me, had his own computer, own laptop, on what is a computer, right? Own cameras,
right?
Own everything. And said, "Hey, I'm ready to work." What do you think of those kind of people?
I think it's awesome. Shows initiative.
Yeah, I think it does too. And we're going to put him to work starting tomorrow. Now, I get other people come to me and say, "Hey, I want you to pay for everything, licensing. I need a car allowance. I need this. I need that." What do you think of those people?
I don't care for that. You made me go pay for my own license. You didn't pay for mine.
You had your license before you came here.
Yeah, because I went out and got it because you said you need a license.
And then you weren't going to work for me.
Yeah. And then I had to change my mind.
All right. Then you changed it, made you an offer you couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, Jus, you're coming to work for me." He goes,
pretty much.
Okay. But it is easier on the body though, right? Than working in a factory.
Yes.
But Jus had his license before he came to me. I don't care to pay a little bit for apprentices, especially if you're a young kid just starting out in the world. I'll pay a little bit to starting it out. But you got to pass the test, man.
Yeah, I have an issue with it.
Do you?
Yeah, because if you're serious, jump on board, go get your stuff done, show the initiative. Mm-hmm. Don't expect Macky Outlaw to pay for all your stuff.
Right.
Show some initiative. Be mature about it. Take responsibility.
I've looked at it this way too. So if you go to get a job where a college degree is required, are they paying for your college degree?
They can.
I'm just saying if their degree is required to get hired, like you got to have a 4-year degree before they will even talk to you.
There are some places that'll, as you're working for them, they'll put you through school.
I'm saying, here's what I'm saying though. So you go on Indeed.com,
right,
and you see a position on there that says college degree required to apply. Are they going to pay for your degree?
No,
they're not. Okay, that's kind of the same thing. I shouldn't have to, but I do for certain people.
Right.
Now we got one coming tomorrow, and she's already got the application filled out and ready to go. So, yeah. She's showing some initiative there too.
Yeah.
And we've got, I'm going to give her a few weeks to pass the test. I don't give you a lot of time. I've had them come. I actually paid for the licensing and everything. I said, hey, you got 30 days to pass this test. 30 days comes around. They still haven't scheduled it. I'm like, look, if you don't schedule this, you're not coming to work here. They never schedule it.
Sometimes there's mitigating circumstances. We get that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's just lazy.
A lot of 22-year-olds, though, don't have a lot of mitigating circumstances.
Correct. They don't.
They just don't do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. But yeah, we're looking for people who want to work. We're going to put you to work. And right now, if you're an apprentice, had your license already, I could work you 40 hours right now. Could we?
Yeah, easily.
Jus would kill you. He'd work you to death right now.
Yes. I would make sure you had 40 hours of work.
And now sometimes we may not have 20 hours, but right now we've got plenty of work to do in terms of research, surveillance, digital forensics. We got all kinds of going on. So
even trash pull, if that's your thing.
Trash pull is going to be your thing, or you're not going to work here. I had one time we pulled up and did trash, got it, went back to start sorting it out, and it was nasty. And it was one of those mornings where it was about 3 degrees outside. It was
good and warm.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, since we're here, we just put the headlights on it. Was going to sort it right there in front of the dumpster.
Yeah.
She went out, got one whiff of it, and got in her car and left. So,
well, that's kind of part of garbage.
Yeah. Before I hire them, I said, hey, you're going to do gross stuff and see gross things. Like, oh, I'm all about it, man, because they watch TV.
Yeah.
Then they get hit with that real smell. It's a little different. You get all the senses going.
Yeah.
This one had dirty baby diapers in it and all kind of cat litter.
Ooh.
Cat litter is probably the worst.
Those are treasures.
Yeah. Cat litter is terrible. But don't come here and think. So I've had them before. They're 21-year-old right out of college, and they think they're part of a major crimes unit.
Yeah, that's not what this is about either.
And they're like, I expected to be working murders and all this stuff. I'm like, well, there's not a lot of murder, number one.
No.
There's not, in terms of, you look at society. We're not in Chicago.
No.
There's not a lot of murder around here. And plus, you think I'm going to put an apprentice as a lead investigator on a murder case. It wouldn't look good at all. Bless you, Jus. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But it's not going to look good. We're going to get whole shot all through our cases and everything else.
I'm not doing that anymore.
What's that?
Getting shot at. I don't care if it's a case or in a car.
Well, I'm talking about our case getting whole shot in it by the prosecutor.
It's not good, whether it's paper or human.
Whether it's hypothetical or real, right?
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, they think they're going to be part of a major crimes unit, and we got them pulling garbage, researching Alicourt, all kind of things like that. And but it's a process. You got to earn your keep.
Right. You got to start at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And some people
we still do trash pulls.
How much they get paid? That's another thing that brings that up. Okay. You're not going to come here as an apprentice. I don't care if you got a college degree or not, and start out making $92,000 a year. It's not going to happen.
It's not?
No. Go to a police force with your criminal justice degree and see how much you're going to make.
Yeah.
In Alabama, you're going to be lucky to be cracking $30K.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know what I made at that last municipality I worked at?
Mm-hmm.
$10.50 an hour.
As a uniformed patrol officer?
Yes.
$10 an hour. All right. Knocking it down, Jus.
Oh, I was just killing it.
Right. You make more than that here.
Right.
But you're going to start out a little higher than that. But, and they give them to me and they're like, yeah, man, I need to be making $70K right now. Okay.
Yeah, well,
all right. You got a criminal justice degree. Not known for its high pay.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
Now, I pay more than what a police force is going to pay you, but you're not going to be making six figures right out the gate. If you want to do that, you should have got your medical degree or law degree.
Right.
Even lawyers don't make that much right out the gate typically. So
no.
But yeah, the type of training you're going to get, it's going to be us riding around with you a lot. You're going to do a lot on your own. I'm going to assign you training that you're going to watch videos on. You're going to do a variety of things. And the biggest thing is we want to see a willingness to learn and listen.
Absolutely.
If we tell you to dress a certain way and we don't give you a reason why, don't, just dress that way. All right. Yeah. We may not have time or the energy to go into why.
Yeah. We'll explain it later if you really need it.
A lot of the generation wants to know, well, why?
Well, because you're the boss and you said to do it, and that's the end of that.
There's a good enough reason why I don't want you wearing a 3-piece suit to a bar downtown in Coleman.
Yeah.
Because people don't dress that way there.
Absolutely not.
They wear hoodies and T-shirts or whatever the temperature is outside is how they're dressing. They don't dress up at all. We don't see a lot of dressing up around here unless you're going to court. Right. So, included in Huntsville, which is kind of a upper-class metropolitan place, people don't dress fancy there,
No, they dressed fancy that night I went to the art gallery, though.
Well, yeah.
I was not.
Was you in your T-shirt?
Harley T-shirt, pair of jeans, boots.
Nobody said anything to you, though?
Nope. I got a couple of weird looks, but,
Well, they thought you were a donor.
Probably.
Now, if it had been a Broadway show, you'd have been all about it, right?
Oh, man, I'd have been dressed up.
To the nines.
Yeah.
All right. So any other thoughts on Apprentice Program and what we do with them?
Yeah, don't take it for advantage as an advantage as far as people and who you work for. Mm-hmm. It's a learning experience. You're not going to start out right out of the gate working murder cases.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of the situation as far as the education and training and grow from it.
Mm-hmm. You may assist us on a murder case, but you're not going to be the main person I put out there. Now,
correct.
Jus, if I get a murder case, Jus, you got it.
He's great.
All right. Or I work it and Jus assists me. But you're not going to be the lead. You're not going to be managing people probably right out the gate. It's not going to happen. So.
But even it's weird because a lot of places you get that boss or manager. It says, oh, I work with you and all that. They really don't.
Right.
Here, you work with us.
Right.
It's not like, hey, I'm the boss, you delegate, and then you're hands off. You're right there with us. Cold weather, the rain, you're out there with us. So this is a little different than working other places.
Right. I do delegate some tasks, so I'm not working. So I go from 100 hours a week down to 60 sometimes. But I do, if I'm not willing to do it, I'm not going to ask other people to do it.
Right.
And I'm not afraid of the rain and being uncomfortable. So if you are, too bad.
Yeah, suck it up.
Because we're going to be out in the cold weather, going through the garbage. Doing garbage pulls as an apprentice.
That's it. Riveting.
Yeah. At 4 a.m.
Yes, that'll be awesome.
In the rain. And the best is the summer with the steaming hot baby diapers.
Yeah.
So those are nice.
Very aromatic.
Aromatic. Makes your car smell good.
It does. It's got that new car smell.
We have people that don't have trucks and they put this stuff in their trunks.
That's their problem.
I'm like, ooh, go get a pickup, right?
Yeah.
So, what kind of man doesn't have a pickup anyways?
I've got one, but because of my stature, it's a small pickup.
It is small.
Yes.
Mine could eat your pickup.
Probably.
All right. So we're going to get out of here and we'll be back soon with some more topics. Email us your topics you want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we'll be in touch soon.